A bunch of us are hanging out for the social freedoms of level 2, maybe a few drinks with buddies or even a previously outlawed party. Businessman Leo Molloy is one of them. He's planning a level 2 party for 100 at his Auckland Viaduct bar and restaurant headquarters, and he has ambitiously locked in Friday, May 15 as the date, just 4 days after Cabinet is due to decide if and when we'll drop down another alert level. Existing guidelines for alert level 2 allow inside gatherings of up to 100 people, as long as they maintain social distancing and keep a metre apart. Leo Molloy says he's already been in touch with the police to make sure it can all run smoothly, and he joins me now via Skype. Good evening, Leo. How do you reckon this is going to work?
I think it'll go swimmingly well. I can't see any possibility of any sort of disruption or impediment to what we're doing. We seem to be complying. We have the support of the police and the various other agencies that we require the support of to go ahead. I think it'll be splendid, actually. Are you inviting yourself along, Lisa? Because most other people have.
Well, are the people you've invited, do you reckon they're going to be well enough behaved? Getting people to stay 1 metre away from each other, realistically, they've had a few drinks. They'll be a bit stir-crazy after being locked up. The excitement might get to them. How are you going to keep them apart?
Look, it's not West Auckland and it's not Rangiora. So I think the sort of people that I fraternise and socialise with are normally quite well behaved. They're of an age where they perhaps have control over their hormones, so I'm not expecting too much of any inappropriate behaviour going on. If there is, I've got a cold bucket of water ready to act with urgency or send them home to their own bedrooms. So I don't anticipate any problems.
So are you going to have a dance floor?
Of course we do. That's what we do.
So, practicalities again, 1 metre apart, you know. The music moves them, they're thrashing around all over the place.
If they're in their bubble, who am I to judge? If they're in their bubble, they can do whatever they want to. They can dance together, they can cuddle, they can kiss if they're in their own bubble. So it depends who's in what bubble.
So, the people who are coming along to the party with someone from their bubble, fine, they can be close together, but you're mixing a variety of guests, aren't you? And those bubbles will not be able to cross-pollinate. They need to be a metre apart.
You're quite right, they won't, and that's why we're calling it a dummy run. It's an exercise to see how, under the level 2 rules, how we might be able to operate in the hospitality industry. We have a significant number of people who are observing what we're doing, and we're all trying to learn from the experience. The good thing about these 100 people is we know them all, and most of them know each other, so one would imagine they'll listen to instructions or commands as required. So it's a learning curve for us, that is true, but we all have to learn how to re-emerge from this, don't we? And that's part of the exercise.
Are you going to have any special measures like security or just people keeping an eye on interactions?
We have a number of security, and we have 2.5 times the normal ratio of security that we do for a busy night. So, but for such a small number of people, we don't need a lot of security, but the security are wearing body cameras, and we have those thermo imaging devices at the entrance too, so we can ascertain whether people do come with an issue, in which case they'll be turned away, obviously. But
yeah, what about staff? Will they wear masks or take any extra precautions?
Oh, you can't be serious. Would you honestly want to be served by someone wearing PPE? I mean, if you go and ask for a nice cocktail, do you want the bloke to be wearing an acrylic mask when he serves you?
So that's a no. That's a no then, Leo?
It's all arm's length stuff. And it's a simple rule under level 2. It's arm's length. It's 1 metre. Put your arm out. If that person is closer than that, then you're breaching level 2. It's that simple.
So who's been invited and who said yes, they'd love to come?
Well, about half the New Zealand media have offered to come now because they're all on the back of the story. They all want to piggyback on it, so they're all being politely declined, of course.
Besides them, who else?
Well, we have a small group of people that we socialise with. They've been invited. There's a lot of people who are very loyal to the HQ brand, the restaurant and the bar. They've all been invited.
Anyone nervous about coming, do you think?
Well, over 70 New Zealand first voters should definitely be nervous because they're a target market for COVID-19, aren't they?
But haven't you invited one guest at least who's over the age of 70? You comfortable with that?
He's a very fine example of the species, and I'll be checking him out thoroughly when he arrives to make sure he's in good working order.
Also, the police. So you have been in contact with the police about this. How have they reacted to your proposal?
They've been really great, actually. We were referred to Gary Davey, the area commander, in the first instance, and he's been fantastic. He referred us on. We had some dialogue with him, a couple of phone calls, his initiation, and then he referred us on to a gentleman, a senior sergeant, who's more involved in the alcohol-related side of activities, and he's been fantastic too. So I certainly couldn't possibly criticise the police. They've been very supportive, and they've had their input. They've given us some advice how they'd like to see things evolve. They've told us what their concerns are, more peripheral stuff, not so much what's happening at HQ, but what might be likely to happen outside of HQ.
Right, so what are the concerns they've raised generally?
Well, they're worried that people have been restless, and that when we drop down to level 2, if we sort of open the floodgates, if you like, that there may well be tribal behaviour. People might arrive en masse into the viaduct. They might, when they cannot get access to certain outlets that they wish to access, they might decide to behave. Well, how would you control them? I don't know what they'll do. I mean, a lot of them might be young. They might be fueled up before they arrive. You know, they were talking about mass arrest, if that matters. I was surprised they used that phrase, but that's what they said. They've got contingency plans if there is trouble for mass arrest.
So do you reckon, will they be there on the night? Have you invited any of them? Will they come in and check on the party?
Look, I told them they can come in whatever capacity they like. If they want to come in some sort of surveillance undercover capacity, they've declined that. They've said that, and I've told them that I want to have dialogue with them, so whether we have some sort of radio frequency arrangement, I don't know. But they have also told me that they will be represented on the night and on more than one occasion. So I took that to mean that they'll come in uniform and they'll probably just do what they do in a routine patrol, just pop in, say hi and bugger off again.
OK, so you've got your date set. What happens if the Prime Minister does not move us down to level 2 in time for the party?
If she's caught lying to the country again, then the natives are restless and they will riot. It's that simple.
Oh, that's a bit rough. What lie has she told? What are you saying?
Well, the incubation period for the virus is 5 days. We've now had 30 days without a case in the community. Every single reinfection has been like Waitemata Hospital, where it's come from within a ring-fenced infected community already. There has not been a community case for over 30 days. That's 6 incubation cycles. Ashley Bloomfield can argue as much as he likes that it's 14 days incubation. It's not. It's 5 days. 14 days is the extreme end of it. So if you've had 5 incubation cycles without a single infection, there is no reason for us to be on level 3, just like there's no reason not to come off level 3 at midnight next Monday. She took us down to level 3. Let me finish, please, Lisa. You asked a question. She took us down to level 3 from level 4 on the night of Anzac night, the Monday night at midnight. She said she wanted to get through Anzac weekend. She added 5 days on there. That means that the 2-week period for level 3 that she indicated expires on next Monday night at midnight. She's now extended it out after a cabinet meeting on Monday till Wednesday night. How much longer can she keep going on for?
So,
the
Leo,
narcissistic behaviour has to stop.
You're really keen for level 2. If it doesn't happen, will you postpone your party?
Well, I can't flout the law. I can't be in contravention of the law. Clearly, that will be the justification for the police to arrive with their long batons and tasers out, and no one wants that. So that's the question. The obvious answer to that is yes, we will postpone.
Appreciate your time, Leo. Thanks so much for joining us. That is Leo Molloy, businessman who has headquarters bar and restaurant down in the Viaduct, and he is planning for a party at level 2.